Historical weapons and militaria form the core area of Hermann Historica, and so in our next spring auction, number 108, we'll be able to offer an outstanding selection of militaria. Among these truly remarkable pieces is this impressive parade cuirass of the Prussian regiment, the elite Garde du Corps, the premier and highest ranking cavalry regiment of the Prussians. This impressive cuirass is meticulously crafted from solid steel that has been lacquered deep black. A surrounding red wool cord serves to prominently emphasize the high status of the wearer. And on the chest area, we find a screwed-on trophy awarded to the regiment in 1912 by the German Emperor Wilhelm II on the special occasion of the 200th birthday of Frederick II, whose royal cipher FR can also be clearly observed on this trophy. And the piece here in front still shows traces of the original silvering. The lining is preserved in its entirely pristine and untouched original condition, which is a remarkably significant detail here, since textiles naturally tend to deteriorate at an especially rapid pace. Inside the lining, we also find the authentic identification stamps that dedicated collectors are always seeking. The chamber stamp GDC4E for the 4th Squadron of the Garde du Corps, and additionally the wearer's label with the name Schönemann has been preserved, which also shows the weapon number 97. The black cuirasses were originally awarded to the regiment in 1814 by the Russian Tsar. Their shape still largely corresponded to the Baroque style with a slightly wider waist and narrow-looking shoulders. And then in the year 1897 they were replaced and updated by Wilhelm II. This was done with a more contemporary form, a much more modern form with a notably narrower waist, which the French had already introduced in the middle of the 19th century. These cuirasses actually represent the very final component of the armor worn by the armored riders, and furthermore were officially discontinued and abolished for field use by the Prussians in the year 1888. From that point forward in history, until the very end of the monarchy, they remained exclusively as ceremonial symbols of the traditional heavy cavalry units and were worn for parades. Yes, this specific model from 1897 was worn for the annual spring parade and on various festive occasions.
And what about the price?
This cuirass in its completely preserved state enters the auction with a starting price of 4,000 euros.